Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yvonne and this is STICKYMESS17. My channel is all about cleaning information, inspiration and motivation. So if you're interested, please like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you're notified every Wednesday and Sunday at 10 AM when I upload a new video. Apologize about the noise, the towel dryer is on, I've got bedding in there and I need to get on the bed ASAP. Anyway, in today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe because when I hit 2,000 subscribers, I will be shaving my head and donating the proceeds of the video to the World's Air Ambulance in my head to the Little Princess Trust. In today's video, I have got a lovely trip to London. Wow. So I've got a little bit of footage I was going to put in there for you. A beautiful restaurant we went to, very quiet, lovely. My daughter's clothes are absolutely soaking. The heavens have opened on us today. But I wanted to show you my B&M house real quick. White socks. I got some puppy training pads. I'm using them at the moment for the litter. My cat is being spayed this next week. So at the moment while she's locked in, it just gives a bit of extra protection on the floor. So that she doesn't mess like around the litter or anything. They have got the cat genie, they do use the cat genie, but she's still a bit uncertain. Now I picked up these for £2.50. And I was thinking of I can use them, they seem quite robust, so use them down the radiator. The one I bought off Amazon last year, year before, was absolutely rubbish. I got this twirly whirly cat toy, rotating toy with flashing LED bell. I don't know what they're going to think of that, so we'll see. No idea. It looks a bit like something it shouldn't be, but we'll see what that's all about. And it's stuck to my freezer. Some Sensodyne, some Soft and Gentle. I've never seen this one before, but I thought I'd try it. So this one is Magnolia Hug. See what that's all about. Some Dreamies for the kitty cats. This one is salmon flavor. And this is just an old mayonnaise jar that we use for their sweeties. This one is catnip. I bought these for the shower / kitchen for clips. Now I was actually thinking for my mop that's in here, but I've got the two brushes in the shower, so that might go in the shower instead. And this one is Heavenly Tuna flavor. It's not going to fit more. I'll leave for that to come off. I got some Milk Straws Red Cherry and some Blue Raspberry, toothpaste and some face wash. Oh, and the rainbow birthday cake milk straws. snug. And now that I'm starting to feel the cold, I just need to treat myself. Oh yes. And then I got my daughter one too. Lovely. I could live in this. That's it. So with all of this said, let's jump straight into it. So this is the extent of the hard life my cats lead whilst I'm busy working. They both have to sit on my feet or by my feet when I'm trying to edit, and it does kind of give me a dead leg. So let's jump into the video of London.
I know that I should keep it cool, babe. Not lose my swag and play the fool, babe. Just play the game and hold on, maybe. But
So we left for London at about 1:45 in the morning, hence the reason it's so dark. This is on time lapse because otherwise it would have been one very long journey. But it's lovely to see towards the end how the sun starts coming up and the traffic really mounts up. I mean, we were stuck in traffic from about 5:30 in the morning in London. I mean, London traffic, you cannot compare London traffic except to Joburg, but Joburg at least starts a bit later in the day.
do you wanna go? Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go? Those who wanna play by the rules and a blast with nothing to obtain. So let's level up to remain. 'Cause I'm done with the waiting, done with the waiting. I'm done with playing nice. Now look me in the eyes. Tell me what you see inside. Not gonna ask.
So from this point, I'm going over about to hit the bridge or go over the bridge. And as you will see, obviously I'm on the bridge now. The signs will change from English and Welsh just to English because I'm going into England. Yes, the 7 crossing, which is now the Prince of Wales Bridge, is basically the border between England and Wales. And yes, Wales is not in London like some people tend to think.
Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go? I'm riding the wave tonight. Gonna try it while the world's bright. Got room for one if that's alright. That's alright. Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go?
So here I had parked up. I found a nice quiet parking space, and then we decided to go for breakfast. This is Liverpool Street Station. Very, very pretty. The buildings were just so beautiful. And the only toilet available was downstairs on platform 11, I believe. So that was a fun trip. But yeah, we were waiting for a McDonald's and they did table delivery, which was wonderful. And then we decided a bit later to go on the tube. So this is the new Elizabeth line and Liverpool Street Station. And we just decided to go up and come back down on 2 different trains. We went on the Elizabeth line and also on the Central line, and obviously I tried my best to try and keep people's faces off the video, but it wasn't always possible, so I have blurred out people because they cannot give me informed consent. As you can see, the trains are very, very close together. This is the London Underground, the tube, and this is the train coming in, as you can see, and we're going to go for a spin. This is apparently the fastest train on the underground system. You can get from one side of London to the other in less than 20 minutes, as far as I'm aware. So yeah, it was very, very quick. And then we changed over to the Central Line, where we caught the old-fashioned tube train, which you'll see in this video. Obviously, this was one that came in just as we arrived, so I decided not to jump on it because I wanted to get the video of the train leaving and coming in before we boarded. After we had done our errands in London, we decided to go to this tortilla place, tortilla.co.uk, and it was really, really good. I must say, I have a problem feeling temperature, but my goodness, we had a quesadilla, and oh my goodness, I can tell you that quesadilla was hot. So this is a bit of a story about them. So if you want to have a look, you can just pause it and watch the video and have a read through it. But otherwise, the video will be too long. So this is like the placemat thing that the food came on. There was sour cream, and if you want to check the QR code there, you can scan the screen now. I'm trying to get the image so it's clear enough so you can have a look at any of the nutritional information as well. This is not sponsored. We just happened to stop here. It was nice and quiet. So this is what I mean by it was quiet. We were downstairs. Upstairs had a few tables up there, but downstairs where we were, there was also a toilet downstairs. It was absolutely lovely. This is the quesadilla. Obviously, they put it in a takeaway box for us so that we wouldn't have to be using plates, and now we're going to tuck in and really enjoy it. I am with somebody here, and we just had a lovely lunch together and a lovely day out.
Can make it out of here alive if I could pack up all my souvenirs, but I am gonna stay just one more night so I can trick myself like you were here. Oh Marilyn, how have you been? I've been looking for a place within on this carousel, keep spinning me up and down through heaven and hell. Did I erupt too late? Did I make you wait? Now tell me where you've been and everything you've seen. Did I erupt too late? Did I make you wait? Now tell me where you've been and everything you've seen. They say you should try to find yourself.
Now in my quesadilla, I have chicken and mushroom, and oh my goodness, it was absolutely delightful. There was like bits of tomato in there as well, and I was dipping it into sour cream. Really, really recommend this place. I believe they're global, so go and check it out. It's called Tortilla. Lovely. Now we're going to get in the car and make our way back to through London, and we are going to go see Tower Bridge, go over Tower Bridge, Big Ben, or should I say the clock tower that houses Big Ben, because Big Ben you cannot see from the road. It is the clock tower, which I believe is called the Elizabeth Tower. Big Ben is the big bell inside the clock. Behind the clock. There's 4 faces to the clock, and it's also just been renovated, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. And then we're going to go through Parliament buildings, by the Parliament buildings as well. You'll also see Westminster Abbey, only very slightly. I was going to pull over so we could hear the clock chime, because it was going to clock chime in about 4 minutes, but I had nowhere safe to park. And then we also went through past Buckingham Palace, and you'll also see Harrods in a minute. So I'm going to speed it up a bit, otherwise it's going to be a long drive.
I'm waiting for something to change.
Seriously, the traffic in London is horrendous. There's so many roadworks and just so many bus lanes that you obviously can't use, otherwise you get penalised. But the traffic is just unreal. Now here, there's a bus lane on my left and I had to pull into the bus lane because an ambulance was coming past, and I like to make way for emergency vehicles. You don't have to by law in the UK, but it's common courtesy. And that is the reason I slowed down the video here, so that you can see that I was trying to get out their way. But mostly the traffic in London is horrendous, and when in London, drive like a Londoner or you will get nowhere.
But all I see is you. Yeah, I'll be waiting in silence to see a little bit of fire. But all I see is you.
So now, as you can see on the left, there is Tower Bridge coming into view now. The sun is just in the wrong spot, so I do apologise. And I realised I was in the wrong lane, so I had to sneak over, and you will see the journey across Tower Bridge. It didn't open for us, but there was a ship waiting down the side, so I don't know whether he'd just gone through or about to go through, even just moored up. You can walk over the Tower Bridge. It does rise. I've only seen it rise probably twice in my lifetime, bearing in mind I do not live in London, but it is just spectacular to see. And this is Tower Bridge, not London Bridge. London Bridge is a plain old boring bridge without anything spectacular, and I believe the Americans, I stand to be corrected on this, tried to buy London Bridge, and they did, but they were trying to buy Tower Bridge instead, so they purchased a pretty useless bridge which was rebuilt. Yeah, so this is Tower Bridge, not London Bridge. Even when they say London Bridge is falling down, it's nothing to do with this bridge. That is some useless information for you. Now, as you'll see in a second, my camera kept dropping off its mount. It is mounted on the near side, so I'm not touching the camera. So I had to pull over and remount the camera and reset it up before it was safe to maneuver again, because I don't want to be touching the camera whilst I am driving for obvious reasons. So that's another reason I had it on time lapse, so I wouldn't have to touch it. But now we're headed to Westminster, the city of Westminster, where we will see the Parliament buildings and Big Ben. And ironically, Guy Fawkes, if you celebrate it, is about a chap by the name of Guy Fawkes trying to blow up Parliament buildings with gunpowder, and hence the fireworks. So if you weren't aware of that, that is the story behind Guy Fawkes and Bonfire Night. So we're coming up to the Westminster Bridge now, and we are going to see the Westminster in its glory. Now, I am a coach driver, so hence the reason I'm holding back here, because I can see a bus is going to pull out. I didn't have to. I let him come through. And as you can see, the absolute glory of Big Ben, or the clock tower, been just renovated to, oh, it's just so stunning. And you can see they renovating the Parliament buildings on the left there as well.
In and out of love, never get enough. We never seem to get older. When things are going right, you seem to have the time. But when it's hard, you just grow cold up. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat, cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires.
As you can see here, there's a statue of Winston Churchill. There's also a statue of Nelson Mandela, and right in front of us there, slightly to the right, which you'll be right in front of us in a second, is Westminster Abbey. So it is really, really close, and I realised again I was in the wrong lane, so I needed to move over, and now we're headed down to Buckingham Palace.
I'm with you. It's deja vu. Memories come back when I'm with you. Been
up a stage of lies. Say we're done, say it's over. Shouldn't be coming back, but somehow we connect. Acting drunk even though we're sober. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires. The words repeat cause we're scared of the silence. We should be good, but we keep lighting fires, fires.
I will be branching around to the right and Buckingham Palace is on my left. Unfortunately, there's nowhere really for me to stop, but as you can see, the massive monument outside the front of Buckingham Palace is just behind this lorry here. There it is, a little bit of gold there, and I had to wait for the traffic and like pedestrians, and I could only go around, but as my camera was mounted, I couldn't get a good picture of Buckingham Palace, so I do apologize about that. There was guards outside as well with their fluffy hats, and I just think they look so incredible. I wasn't quite able to get the change in the guards either time-wise, and I needed to get back. So that was pretty much our daily run done, and it was absolutely stunning. Now, the red building in front of you now is Harrods, and that is actually featured in Mr. Bean's Happy Christmas, Mr. Bean, I believe. Very, very cute if you're into Mr. Bean or have been growing up. As you saw, my camera just fell down there again, so I had to pull off the motorway and go right around the block in order to make it safe for my journey, and it fell off not far from the bridge, so I've only got the time lapse from London back into Wales, and as you can see, it starts raining as we get back to Wales. So guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you're notified every Wednesday and Sunday at 10 a.m. when I upload a new video. There will be more content to come, cleaning content, but I wanted to show you my trip and show you how it starts raining in Wales. So look after yourselves, look after your brains, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, see you, bye!
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious. Idiots thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is